I'm Steve Nathan. I sing and play guitar and stuff. And
I'm Dan DelVecchio. I play guitar.
I'm Ken Yang. I play drums.
And I'm Alex Goumas. I play bass and keyboards.
All right, guys. Well, here at Bionic Buzz, we're all about people's passion. I want to know where your passion for music came from that led you to this journey. Was a certain album inspired, a certain live performance, or something that was natural for you? When we start with you, Steven.
For me, I was in kindergarten, and Mrs. Zarkis put on Beethoven's Fifth Symphony, and I dropped everything I was doing and walked over to the record player and just stared in awe at the sound coming out of the speaker, because I never heard anything that literally sounded like I felt inside, you know? It was like, wow, music can actually, like, you know, the music you heard from your parents or like other things like that was kind of like benign in that sense. And this was just, it was powerful, it was passionate, and it felt urgent. So that dun 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 dun, you know, I mean, that was my moment right there.
Nice. Very cool.
Yeah, for me, you know, I started, I guess, playing music as young as 8 years old. So it might sound cliche. My mom listened to the Beatles and she got me into them, and I think it's kind of appropriate because they really were, I guess, the first big you know, pop sensation out there. So I spent the whole first 2 years of my guitar playing, just learning their songs.
Wow, that young. That's so cool. You actually knew about the Beatles that young.
Yeah. No, I definitely. I mean, that eventually evolved into, you know, the whole classic rock scene, Led Zeppelin, you know, The Who, and then on to the 80s, Van Halen, and, you know, Motley Crue, all those guys. And then, you know, all the guitar heroes for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for me, it was, my family was a very musical family. My mom, she majored in music. She actually made all of us play piano like 5 hours a day, which I didn't appreciate. Now I'm like very thankful for it, because I hated it. And then after a while, I really got into classical music, and then that's what led me to all sorts of other stuff. And it's kind of just like, it's a very emotional thing for me when I hear music. It's just like nothing can make you feel better or like change your mood or help your mood or anything than music.
You started piano before drums then, huh?
Yeah. I played piano for like 6 or 7 years. Thought it was pretty good at the time. Now I'm terrible, but
well, you're a great drummer, and as a former drummer, I must say, correct me if I'm wrong, but you're left-handed, but you play on a right-handed kit.
Oh, I'm right-handed, but I lead with my left. Yeah.
Oh, really? I've never seen that before.
With that one, the funny story about that is when I started playing drums, I took lessons. And it was just natural to hold it that way. And my drum teacher was like, there's no way you're ever going to stay like that. So go ahead and start like that, and it's fine, and you'll change. And literally 3 years later, he was like, oh, shit.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, for me, Alex. I grew up playing, my dad's a musician. He still plays today. He's like 75. He still gigs a lot. So I just remember hearing him practicing saxophone at like the earliest age, and he had me on trumpet in 5th grade. So I was playing musical instruments 5th grade, and I kind of took a break from it, played sports, and then back in high school, I started like dabbling with like keyboards, and I started picking up bass in college. So I was kind of like a jazz snob, and then once I went to Berklee College of Music, that kind of opened my doors to like, you know, funk and rock and roll and a little hip hop and, you know, everything. So I love all types of music, and I think that's one of the cool things in this band is we all come from like different backgrounds, and we don't think there's one genre, but we respect all the genres. So
yeah.
All
hopefully
right,
it's in our music, you know, that we write.
Oh yeah, it shows. It shows. So you had your latest single just dropped, Still Holding On. Steven, this is a pretty deep track, man, because like you just lost your brother, was it back April to COVID-19, and this kind of song kind of inspired from it, or is it more just something you had written beforehand?
Well, we'd been working on this song for a while, like in just different incarnations, and kind of like wrote it, rewrote it, you know, like a lot of different stuff. In fact, last year on tour, we were debuting it, and it was a totally different song, you know. But like when this had all come out and just where we were, we changed some of the words in it, you know, these days put this taste in my mouth, you know, just really like, it took on a new meaning, you know. It was one of the ones that we had, you know, been working on, and it just kind of felt like it was necessary for the moment, you know.
Yeah.
So Yeah.
Well, tell me the writing process. What do you like write the lyrics first and you kind of go and like, or find like a riff that kind of matches that? Or do you have like a riff and go with the lyrics after that? Like, how's the collaboration all work together?
I think it kind of works a little differently each time. There's not really one way that it works. Sometimes I'll, bring a guitar part to the table and we'll kind of, everyone else will come together and put their own stamp on it. Sometimes it starts with, something that's a little more together that has lyrics already and a vocal melody. But it really is a lot of the time us just kind of, someone starts an idea somewhere and we all come together to work on it and bring it to life.
The lyrics usually do come last,
Okay.
but sometimes there'll be like a phrase. So it's like, it's an interesting thing too. Like when we all, working together, it's like as we all started to work together over the last few years, because we'll have a song going, we'll be working on something, and then I'll just grab a microphone and just be like, like not total nonsense coming out of my mouth, so it's like getting used to that, finding like the vibe and the feel for it. And then sometimes there'll be a phrase that comes out, and then that phrase will sort of just guide like where I'm going lyrically with it, and sometimes those words do stay. I have tried, doing the writing where it's like I do have something to say and I'll write down stuff and I have like notepads full of stuff, but usually it's, the song has, I feel like it's saying its own thing, so it's like, it's about what is this song saying and getting that across as far as like trying to force a different meaning like into the song,
Well, cool. You just had a Zoom party for the release of the single. How did that go?
That was fun.
It was
It was
awesome.
awesome.
Great,
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
We had a really good time.
Where are you guys right now? Actually, I heard you were like a cabin somewhere for this release party, or
Something like that.
Yeah.
You see the-
I see
Yeah,
that.
like-
It's
It's a
beautiful.
little dark now, but
We'll show you back here.
pretty amazing.
Oh, look at that light.
So we got this this lake house. We do this thing like, to get away and to
Yeah.
write and record and stuff and work together. So yeah, we had this planned, and then the single was coming out, so we decided we'll do a little, Zoom party thing and perform. It was the first time we actually we plugged in and performed electric show for,
That must have felt so
everybody-
good.
the single. Yeah.
Yeah, we
You
spent
guys
like
remember the last time you performed before everything shut down, or?
Over a year, was it a year ago?
Well, the last concert or the last time we got to we were
Last
rehearsing.
concert, you performed in front of like audience,
It was last September probably, or October.
Oh, wow.
We did a tour last August too. So almost a year ago, we finished our tour. We
Yeah,
went out Midwest.
Because after we got back from the tour, we basically were like locking ourselves down to finish a record, and that was like where our focus was.
Yeah.
We had a show for March 13th scheduled, and it was the release party for Living Like This, and we were excited to kick it all off, and then
Yeah.
of course everything shut down. So
Right.
Dang. Well, I missed live concerts so
Yeah.
badly. You did shoot the music video for the single, but you haven't released it yet, right? Can you give us a tease of like what's it going to be like? I mean, because you have some really unique, cool music videos in the past, like Living Like This. I like the roller skating one and the chase.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Awesome, man. Thanks. Yeah. I mean, we're so with this one, it's kind of like, we do them all together. We work on it all together. We work as a team. A lot of times just it'll start with like, I'll just write down a bunch of random thoughts and stuff, and then bring it to the guys and be like, I don't know if they're going to want to do this. And then
We just roll with it.
and they roll.
You want to
with
put
it, and
TVs
I'm
on your
like,
head? Who came up with that
I'm like,
concept?
He basically is the mad scientist. Sometimes his ideas come to him in a dream,
And we're like, how are you going to do that?
and-
How are you going to make that?
Yeah,
Literally,
and,
like the next day, it's like me.
he writes it out. He's like, this is what we're doing. And we all, we all trust him because, he has a good vision and we just roll with it. And we've seen it really work well and be knocked out of the park before. So we're kind of like just along for the ride with that sometimes.
I love her skate. So what's this new? What's a new music video gonna be? Like any theme or anything? Are you allowed to like tease us?
Yeah. So basically, it's about who we are inside versus who we are kind of on the outside right now in the way the world is, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's we do a little play on like using masks and what's going on inside of us and who's behind the masks, and and then we take a journey to a very interesting doctor who does some experiments on us, and
Well, that sounds
and
cool.
then our inner beings then escape from our outer beings and get to play some rock and roll together.
I noticed you had one live performance coming up. I don't know if it's still happening, but it was at the Knitting Factory with the Nomadic. Is that still happening
so
next month?
that's pushed to April.
Okay. I love
So,
Ryan. I've interviewed him before. A great band, Nomadic.
Yeah.
So. It got pushed back quite a few times. I think it was.
Yeah, it was
first
supposed to be
July.
March, right? And this one.
Yeah, it was March.
It was supposed to be March. Sorry, then it was. Then
July,
it was July. Then it was September, and now it's April of next year, right?
Yeah.
So hopefully.
Eventually, sometime. All right. Anything else coming up? Like any more live performances or anything? Any more cabin parties or anything? Zoom parties?
Well, yeah, for the new music video for Still Holding On in about 2 weeks from now, we're hoping we're going to have a private Zoom event for that, in which we'll obviously premiere the new music video. And I don't know what you think we'll be performing. Maybe performing, maybe not. But either way, because this was so successful and we were really pleased with how everything sounded. We worked all day, 2 days ago to get the sound to sound so great. Because we had such a great turnout and a great reaction, we definitely want to be doing more of this in the near future.
Yeah.
Oh, please. So where can people stay in touch, website, social media wise?
I mean, you can go to don'tbelieveinghosts.com. Everything's there. Our videos, our music, merchandise, everything. We got, YouTube pages and we got Instagram. So we keep everything up to date pretty much all the time. So check out any of those spots and you'll be able to see what's going on with us.
All right. Well, guys, thank you so much for taking time to talk to me. And we'll talk down the road when we got future music coming out. All right.
Awesome, Steven. Thank you so much, bro.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Please support this video by giving it a thumbs up, leave a comment below, and hit that subscribe button while you're down there. Thank you so much.